down here, please?
To win tickets through radio contest, join Billy Joel during a rehearsal Friday night right here on Long Island. Joel has been using the old Suffolk County Police Academy to rehearse for the last 5 weeks.
It's a special place. I've been all over the world, and there really is no place like Long Island. I may sound like, you know, a real civic booster, but that's what I feel like. I've lived in other places, too, and I always come back here, and this is where I want my children to grow up.
Presence on Long Island has been good for the economy. Rehearsals and concerts will pump about $15,000 into Suffolk alone and will mean a good $200,000 for Long Island.
It's perfect for me. I live not far from here. New York City is a very expensive place to try to work. It was easy to find places to put up all these people who came in from out of town, who had to work here for the month.
And to acknowledge Billy Joel's contributions, he was presented with Suffolk County's Arts and Humanities Award. In West
Really very sorry that this happened, but we're trying to do a good thing and raise money for Long Island. So obviously the best thing to do is move the date. We'll be here at Jones Beach.
Less than 2 weeks ago, the Piano Man took to the stage at Jones Beach Theater, all in the name of charity. One of the groups benefiting is the East Hampton Baymen's Association. At the Marine Museum in Amagansett, Joel donated $130,000 to help the Baymans stay afloat in the waters off Long Island. Joel first became involved in the cause when he wrote Downeaster Alexa, the lyrics reflecting the hard times of the Baymen.
Sort of revealed itself to me. It sounded like an old sea chant, an old folk song, and I just realized, well, what's going on right out here in my own life, my own neighborhood, is really what I should write about.
He stressed the value of keeping the tradition alive and taking care of the environment, a sentiment echoed by his wife, Christie. New regulations by the State Department of Environmental.
Thank you. Young people. After all, I didn't even go to college, and I did write a song called Only the Good Die Young. So why me? Well, after meeting with a group of Fairfield students, I realized what I might be able to share with you from my perspective. I was a little surprised that after all this time, there was still a controversy. I would assume there would have been much more controversy had I written Catholic Girls Start Much Too Early. I would have thought that would have been a problem, but especially since, you know, this whole Madonna thing, I would have thought I looked like, you know, a piece of cake.
He's Long Island's top rocker, but for the moment, Billy Joel has switched from disc maker to disc jockey. He's a guest DJ on WNEW's Rock and Roll Morning Show with Dave Herman, live in Amaganssett's The Stephen Talk. He had plenty of time, 4 hours to be exact, from 6 in the morning till 10, to talk about some of his favorite causes.
If these fishermen disappear, which is going to be, I don't know, just another suburb, and
I want this place to have an identity, and I'd like people to know that we need an identity.
Their wish. This his lucky day. Besides Billy's wife, Christie Brinkley, he brought some other friends to help him out, including actress Kathleen Turner. But mostly, it was Billy talking about the thing he does best, music. Are you going to be recording anything this summer?
If I write something, I will. But I just finished a long 16-month tour, so all I have to write about right now are hotels, airports, and backstage. It doesn't make for good music. So I've got to do a little bit of living first.
And if he ever decides to pack it in as a performer, now at least he knows he's got a second career. Choraleers a thumbs up for their performance. The Choraleers were invited to sing by the organizers of the park dedication. How'd they hear about the kids? It all began when one industrious father sent a tape. And to honor the man who put Cold Spring Harbor on the map, and Billy Joel seemed genuinely grateful for all the attention.
This is my old neck of the woods, and to come back and have all those people yelling. I used to come here and people just look at me like, oh, look at that hippie. And now they're all yelling out my name. It's very moving.
Joel grew up on Long Island, and many of the Piano Man's songs reflect that past. But some of his remembrances are about things others might want to forget.
Wasn't that Margie's Steakhouse up there at one time? A famous brothel, I think. It was a whaling town. I mean, we should be proud of all the history here.
Billy Joel thanked his supporters, including his mother Rosalind, a Huntington resident, and the people who inspired his great concern for the environment.
I support local small-time fishermen, fishing families that have been here for a long time, who don't disturb the environment and who have a vested interest in keeping the ecosystem intact.
And now with this ecosystem bearing his name, the local boy who made good was a bit overwhelmed.
Any boat that I did have in those days, I sort of borrowed. Which kind of amazed me that they're naming a park after me. I was a very notorious boat borrower.
I never said I was a victim of circumstance.